open up our work session meeting for December the 16th, 2019. Does anybody want to add anything to the agenda this evening?
I'd like to add a second closed meeting if we could, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. You have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, we'll add it to our agenda. Would someone make a motion to go into executive session, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move that council go into closed meeting to discuss consideration or interviews of prospective candidates for appointment to town council to fill a vacancy of former mayor member Gene Tewalt, as well as prospective candidates for executive search firms to assist town council in consideration of hiring candidates for permanent town managers pursuant to section 2.2-3711A.1 of the Code of Virginia. Go ahead and read the second also. Also, consultation with legal counsel and briefings by staff members or consultants pertaining to actual or probable litigation, specifically the Economic Development Authority, where such consultation or briefing in open meeting would adversely affect the negotiating or litigating posture of the town council. Probable litigation, meaning litigation that has been specifically threatened or on which town council or its legal counsel has a reasonable basis to believe will be commenced by or against a known party, pursuant to section 2.2-3711A7 of the Code of Virginia. Number 2, consultation with legal counsel employed or retained by town council regarding specific legal matters requiring the provision of legal advice such as counsel, specifically what the town will be doing with the Afton Inn building and parties legally interested in it, pursuant to section 2.2-3711A8 of the Code of Virginia. Number 3, discussion and consideration of performance, demotion, salaries, disciplining, or resignation of specific public officers, appointees, or employees of the town council, pursuant to section 2.2-3711A1 of the Code of Virginia.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, well, at this time we'll go into closed meeting. Sure.
Well, you are one person I know, Paul Gavin. You're one of the candidates for the vacant seat on council.
Right.
And why have you applied?
I just feel like it's something that I need to do because of things I've seen going on in the town. I'm not real happy with a lot of stuff that the council does. I'm not happy with some of their decisions, and I just feel like I could bring a different voice to the council.
All right, well, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Just who are you and why have you applied for the council position?
I'm Jim Hart, and I'm applying for the council position because I think the council needs a change. I think I have a good rapport with the people, and I listen to people, and I'd like to improve the town, and that's mainly the reason.
Okay. Well, good luck with your interview.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time.
No problem.
Darryl Merchant, you're contestant number 3 for the town council vacancy. Just give us a little bit about your background with the town and what you're doing now and why you're applying for the position.
Well, thank you, Roger, for taking the time to interview me here. My name is Darryl Merchant. I live at 110 Kerford Avenue, Front Royal, Virginia. Why I'm doing this? Well, this is just a natural progression of what I consider my public service. Born and raised here. My parents are from here. My grandparents and great-grandfather is from the area. We've talked before about that on the Blue Ridge Heritage Project. Excuse me. You'll edit that out, I hope.
Edit the cough out.
Please. Anyway, as you know, I've been a land surveyor for over 40 years in the town. 20 years of that I was a small business owner in the serving Front Royal Warren County area.
And how long were you actually with the town?
In 2008, I was employed by the town for 10 years. In planning and zoning, I was actually their land surveyor, GIS coordinator, and planner. So I basically did all the mapping. Basically any maps that you see hanging on the walls around here were probably prepared by me, either for planning commission or for council use. So I retired in 2018, July 1. So for 17 months, I've now been on the planning commission. They appointed me to that position at that time. So I've been going through all the steps to get to this point.
There is some precedent for elevation from the planning commission to council, as we know.
Apparently, quite a few council members have taken that route, which is actually pretty good because it gives us the opportunity to learn how to function in a parliamentary setting. We learn to, how to take input from the public, and it keeps us abreast of what issues are within the town.
So have you had your FOIA and financial disclosure seminars, as we witnessed the supervisor-elects get last week?
I haven't had that seminar, but I did fill out the conflict of interest form. The planning commission members, we go for a 2-day training session in Richmond, so of which they cover FOIA and what you can and cannot do. So I haven't had that specifically, but I assume I will before this is over with.
Well, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you very much, Roger.
Joe McFadden, our 4th candidate for the vacant seat on council. Give us a little bit about your background and why you applied.
Currently, I am the Vice Chairman of the Town Planning Commission. I've had a few years' experience working with the town, working with the folks in the town on issues that are very important. I'm a new business owner within Front Royal, Battlegrounds Fitness, just starting out, but I'm also a federal employee and I'm a National Guardsman, prior Marine Corps. So I believe in service to my country, I believe in service to my town, and this is where I've chosen to sit down and stay for a while. So I think it's important to be involved and to help the direction and do what needs to be done.
And how long have you been on the planning commission?
About 4 years.
4 years. So you have a little background in what's going on in town.
Yes, sir. I do.
Like we were telling Darryl, there is a certain precedent for people elevating from the planning commission up to council.
I understand that, correct.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Scott Lloyd, you're here for the vacancy on the council seat.
Yes.
Give us a little bit of your background and why you've applied for this job.
Sure. I'm a resident since 2010, an attorney by trade. I have experience in the private sector and then the federal government as well. And just wanted to put that experience to good use here in town, just as a concerned citizen and public service-minded individual.
And how long have you been in this area?
Since 2010.
2010, in town the whole time?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And how old are you?
40.
Right in the middle. All right, thank you for your time.
Sure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Laurie Cockrell,
Yes.
You're here for the vacancy on the town council. Just give us a little bit about your background and why you've chosen to apply for the position.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Front Royal. I graduated from Warren County High School. I raised my children here in the town of Front Royal. I wanted to throw my hat in the ring because I felt like that I have a little bit more time on my hands. I'm nearing retirement. I'm now an empty nester, and I've always...
Almost empty nest.
Almost an empty nester. That's correct. They're in college, so... I've always felt like I wanted to be able to be more involved and help, but just didn't have the time with my kids' busy lives and just my career as a teacher. This March, it'll be 30 years that I've been teaching for the Warren County Public School System. The first part of my career was spent at Leslie Fox Kaiser, and now I've spent all but 1 year that Hilda J. Barber existed. I've been there. So in fact, I tell my students all the time I've been in almost every school in the county. I either attended it or I have taught there. But one of the things that I shared was that I feel like that I love this place and I want people to feel positive about it. I have a lot of relationships with not just the families, that with even former students, that my first students are now 40 years old. So I have a lot of relationships, and through my kids' sports and just being born and raised here and the people that still live here, that I was hoping that I could build some trust. And with local government, that was what I was hoping. Certainly, I'm sure they'll pick the best person for the job, and I just wanted to offer up my time and energy and to help.
You commented on the amount of negativity in the public reaction to some of the things that have happened recently, and how you felt about that, and like you said, try to gain the trust back.
Yes. One of the things that I had shared with you before was that there is a lot of negativity and there's a lot of discontent with the public right now with local government. And I was hoping that having a familiar face and somebody that was community oriented and just kind of an average citizen, just like everybody else, that maybe that would build some trust and have a lot more, I want positive discourse about this community no matter what. That's really, I think those of us that love it here, that's what they're looking for, and that's what we want. We want people to think positively about our community and move it forward, and that's what I would be looking to do, hopefully.
All right, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Ben Ranieri, a candidate for the vacancy on the town council created by Gene Tewalt becoming mayor. Give us a little background on yourself and why you've decided to apply for the vacancy.
Sure. I've only been living in Front Royal for 3 years this April. I have 3 children, and I just celebrated my 6th wedding anniversary with my wife this end of November. I think that it might behoove the council and the town to have somebody with kind of a clean slate that isn't necessarily from here, that doesn't come with any baggage and is honestly has no axe to grind with anyone else in the town at all. I just want to kind of bring forth my experience in business and my care to the home that I now live in. My 3rd son was born here, and I have no intention of ever leaving. And so this is now my town, and now that we have this vacancy, I think it is important to put forth yourself and let the town council use their collective mind to determine who might be the best candidate.
And a little bit about your professional background?
Sure. I work for an IT support and security company for small businesses. There's about 4 of us here off Main Street, Queen Consulting Technologies. We help small businesses here in the town of Front Royal and in Northern Virginia, Shenandoah Valley, and one place up in West Virginia. And we just help them with kind of paperwork workflows, troubleshooting computer issues, cybersecurity for their businesses, since small businesses are actually more liable to actually get hit with something bad than bigger businesses.
All right, well, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you.